This is the coolest Ragtop in town.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we are all hands on deck, back on the Limo. We've got bodywork started. We got the guys working on doors, fenders, hood. Sean's working on some fiberglass, but today I'm gonna be working on the Ragtop. The Legacy Ragtop sent us 120-inch long Ragtop, which is the world's longest Ragtop in a limo. I mean, you can prove me wrong and say there's longer, but you know what? This is the world's longest, and that's all that matters. So we've got the opening. I've got to figure out how to get the structure in it, and then we're getting the retractable Ragtop put in. We're going to show you guys that while we're doing all the body work.
Vamos a lijar ya las piezas, lija 180 y así las pueden alistar.
All right, working on the limo again. Had to remake this here dog leg because it was all smashed. We just cut it out, made a new one. And then that rocker, got that all spliced back in. Doors fitting pretty good. Then Hector got this other side all sanded out. I still got to patch in the rocker, but he got this other side all sanded out. Looks pretty good. Door gaps are good. It's got to splice in that piece of rocker down there. He's got it all sanded out. So we're getting a lot closer to paint. That'll be nice because we got 2 weeks to get it done. So, all right, I cut out that rusty roof piece and I bent up a new one. So once I get it up in there, then we can get the back window piece done by the back door. Got another piece to put in there. Once that roof piece is in, then we'll have this side done. So that'll be nice. And then I just got a little bit on the other side. And then I got them inner braces I made. I made some super long inner braces to tie into the roof for where we put the, we're putting that slide roof in there. So I made these. And they'll run the whole length from front to back. It'll help support that little bit of roof that's there. I mean, it's only like 6 inches of roof, but we wanted it good and sturdy, so we'll get it in there.
We're just getting ready to do some spot welding, and I have ran this machine before, but I called Cody over here to give me a quick once over just to make sure I'm doing everything right, so I don't.
That looks like he's doing it for you.
It's been a couple years.
I'm watching. I'm remembering how to do it.
I'm a visual teacher on some stuff.
Oh, we have faith in you.
I'm a visual learner, so I'm learning.
You're pretty smart.
I'm about 80-90% confident I could just pick it up and do it, but there's a few little things that I forgot about, like there's a set screw before you got to undo it, so just getting it once over and then we'll start spot welding. So Sean made some skins that go in on the inside of here. We'll show you a little bit more once I climb up there.
Oh,
But it reinforces this.
I'll get them up there for you.
Oh, yeah. Right over there. But it just reinforces the roof because we cut out all the brackets or the bracing, because this is getting a whole like open top. So just bracing them up to make sure they're nice and strong. So when we get the roof, what's it called? Yeah,
Sliding top?
yes. So once we get the sliding top in, it'll have structure that we took out. We're just putting that back in. So that way, when we get the Ragtop in, it'll open and close, and it's not gonna be all mounted to stuff that has no structure to it because we cut out all the ribbing. So this is the new inner structure piece that Sean built. All right, so when Sean built this, he built it long, just so, you know, it's plenty long. We could always cut it down. But this is hitting the back of the roof right here, because the roof starts to curve down. So I'm gonna cut it off somewhere in this area where it's flat. And then, because we only need it to come in a little bit, and we'll get a spot weld on there. So we'll just cut this off, and then that way it'll fit up better. I had safety glasses around here somewhere.
They're right there.
Oh. Well, I always lose them there.
Hey, it's Monday.
By the end of the day, I got like 2 pairs.
I know.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Somebody cut it. John said to cut it here, so I'm gonna cut it back
Just
here.
a little long?
Yeah. I'll actually go up and touch everywhere. It's good though, I think. Failed. It failed.
Corey, we got a bunch of foul mouths here. I'm not just gonna point him out or anything, but could you just cancel him from the channel?
Do you like this? Do you like this? Well, no more.
Failed. What do you mean it failed? Failed. Did it? No.
You can't trust hillbillies.
All right, well.
On that screen too.
Okay, well, I didn't look at it. Well, we got 2 more, about 100 more to do, and my arm's already getting tired, so Colton's gonna help me. There. All right, so I just got all the spot welds done along the top of this one. So now I gotta do the other pinch weld down in here to get the bottom welded up. But we're gonna switch the head on the spot welder out just to make it so I can do it from standing here instead of being, you know, all awkward. So we're gonna get that switched out and then start doing all those spot welds and move on to the other side. All right, so Hector's just working on the back one. I'm working on the front support. I don't even know what you'd call this. It's like a roof. Yeah, roof brace or whatever. So it's all a little bit floppy, but I'm gonna start by spot welding over here and push the problem to this edge that already has a problem, and then you fix it later, you know. Instead of fixing it right now, you just push your problem all to one area, and then you only have to fix one spot. So that's the plan. All right, so me and Hector just went around and we got all of the spot welds done. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. So now the whole, what's left of the roof is all nice and strong and nice and stout, because that whole ragtop cover is gonna go right here. So we'll be able to open up the whole roof and stand up and look out of the top of the car. We're just gonna cut this out, this whole thing, and just make a new patch panel, get rid of this one, and then that'll fix that issue. All right, so I went ahead and went over and got a little fill piece cut out and kind of placed in here. So now that should be ready to weld in. That kind of just fixes all of the issues we had. So get that welded in, and then it's one step closer.
Hello there. So I'm getting ready to spread some bare metal seam sealer all the way across the bottom here. I've already wire welded and prepped it, so now I just gotta run a bead, use the acid brush and spread it smoothly, and then I'll climb up underneath and do the same thing underneath. We want it on top and bottom because of the lip. We don't want water getting in and rusting the spot welds out from the bottom. So both top and bottom is going to get bare metal tombstone. So right here. Now crop top. Now you take your acid brush, fill in all the little holes, pinholes, brush it on.
So this door is not getting any body work done. So once I get the inside sanded, this one's ready for primer. I got body work drying over there. I just put a layer of fiberglass Bondo on this door. So once that's dry, I can start sanding that down. And
Mr. Body Man, where's the body hammers?
I didn't use it.
I think it might be over with Colin's truck.
Losing the body hammers, Owen.
Got a lot of stuff going on. We're trying to get everything done so we can get it all primed. So once I'm done with these 2 doors, we got 2 more things to bring over. So it's a lot of sanding.
You call that sanded?
No, I said once it dries, I'll sand it.
You need to sand more.
It's not sanded yet.
All right. We're fiberglassing all our welds and everything, so we can finish body work and we can get this primered and painted next week. So.
Okay, so there's a little bit of damage on the corners of the hood, the rear corners of this hood. I'm trying to get them straightened and fixed so we can finish getting it sanded and painted, or primed. Bulbs down a little bit right here. There's a crack there that I have to hit with the welder a little bit. Hammering and welding. Okay, so we need to go out and look at the gold car, parts car that I ran to Ogden to get that we ended up not using because it's not in too good a shape. To see how the hood is, to see if it comes and kind of goes like this on this back corner, or if it stays flat.
I think it stays flat, but
Let's go look, just be safe. So it does hump up
Just a little,
a little bit, not like it is.
because it almost looks like that needs to come up anyway.
Yeah, it
like
actually
it's
needs to
pushed
go up.
down because the fender.
That side's what it needs to be.
Oh, yep, it does hump up just a little.
Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of a hump actually. I think that one side matches. I guess we could just grab a fender, butt it flat
Yeah.
to get the right angle.
That's true.
So now that we know, we'll go back in and fix it.
Ok. Vamos a quitar estos tornillos, tocará granearlos, quitar todas estas piezas. Ok.
What are you doing there?
Making a straight line.
Are you gonna need a body line?
Yeah. That way I can see if it's straight or not. Which it's not. So we're gonna make it straight. So if we sand all our bodywork to the tape, we'll have a perfectly straight line. Then we'll take it off, tape it the opposite, and then it'll be a nice straight line. As long as your tape's straight.
Yeah, looks straight to me.
If your tape's not straight, then it's gonna be crooked.
All right, so this door is completely ready to go. I mean, there's a little bit of pitting going on, but we're just gonna do really heavy primer and fill that in. That'll be fine. And after lunch, I'm gonna start sanding my bodywork down on that door. We'll have 2 out of 4 doors pretty close to being done.
Ya terminamos de limpiar el frente por dentro. Lo lijamos con fibra roja. Ya está por fuera. Está listo, terminado.
Man, that looks good.
Ya. Un trabajo de rigor acá.
Going in a little
Muy
bit.
pequeño, ya. Y finish. Y ahí pasaremos al otro fender. Después del lunch.
So I'm gonna grind. I postponed the hood for a minute. I gotta get this all grounded down. This is the first fix that we done on the Limo. And we repaired the roofs with the new roofs, front part of the roof. So I'm just going through and flattening, smoothing it all out, getting rid of the spot welds and the normal welds, so that way it can be mud worked. It's all done. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go to lunch. Robbie's gonna stay and finish a few things, and then he's going to lunch. So I'll be back.
All right, so we're working on the legacy Ragtop installation. So we've got the 120-inch opening. This is the extruded aluminum frame that we're gonna put in the roof. And this has got the tracks that are gonna allow the roof to retract all the way back. So it's got a headliner in it. It looks nice on the outside. This thing is gonna be so sick. So thank you, Legacy Ragtops, for helping us out with this. The guys over there are awesome. Check them out. If you guys need a retractable ragtop, there you go. Sunroofsource.com, or they also have Suspension Superstore. So suspensionsuperstore.com. Hit them up. These guys are awesome, and I can't wait to get this installed and show you guys what the Limo is going to look like with an entirely retractable roof panel. It's going to be so sick. So we needed a sunroof, but we weren't sure if we wanted to put an electric one or not. I mean, you can't go wrong with an entire roof ragtop. So I'm gonna get the boss to come help, and she's gonna help me get it up there, and we're gonna figure out how to install this puppy. So we measured out this top, and hopefully it's the right size for the opening. But what you want to do in a normal situation, you want to make sure that you measure out your top, you square it all up, and you don't cut it. You don't do anything until you have your frame. And we pre-drilled some holes, and I think we've got it backwards, so I'm gonna flip it. And then I'll show you guys how we're gonna clamp it down, drill all the holes. I've got some runners over there that's gonna keep the center all square. All right, so on a ragtop of this size, they actually send you bars that keep the width so that you can get your center correct. So I had to take the track runners out, pull the bolts. I'll get them put back in now that I've got these little runners in. This is going to help ensure that we have the whole opening completely square and correct. You know, I have a feeling we're going to have to do some trimming, which is fine. We've got it all squared up the best we could without the track on. It's fairly simple though. They've got an entire video on an install from start to finish. So if we have any questions, we'll just refer back to that video. You got to make sure your slot goes forward because that's where you're going to lock on your Ragtop. So now that I've got these little plastic runners, we're going to put the bolts in and then we'll set it, and I'll show you the reason we're doing this. It'll all start to make sense. All right, that might be a little bit too tight. I cranked her down. I gave her the onion. So I've got that's all where I want it. So we'll tighten these up. And then what we'll do is we'll slide these out to about here and to about there. That's going to keep our width where we need it. See, the whole thing can move and sway. What we want to do is take this big square. So you can see we're square right here. Holes quite a bit off. But that's okay. So I'm going to mark where my holes need to go in this corner. We'll drill them, put it down through, and then we'll make sure everything stays square. But these are going to make sure that our width stays wide enough for when we start doing bolts, drilling our holes. We'll make sure that these continue to slide. Maybe what we'll do is we'll start back there. We'll get some holes. We'll bolt that up, and then we'll start squaring it all the way around. So just making a few minor adjustments so that we can square this puppy up. All right, we're gonna adjust some holes. I'm gonna have Demery help me slide the whole thing. Just grab that and just don't let it fall in. All right, just about got it.
Oh, it's hitting right there in the corner.
Oh, I see. All right, grab me the grinder. That's cool. Okay, got that. Now, make sure we got it squared. Okay, still square. I'm just gonna loosen these up so I have a little bit of movement where I know the other corner is square. This corner is square. So now I can get this squared up. It's pretty close right there. All right. We are in. Okay. Now, make sure this stays there. We're gonna go do the same exact thing to the two front corners. So this front has an arch. So I'm gonna square it like this. See how that's wildly out of square. All right, I gotta figure out how to square this one up. It does not want to square up. All right, we got all the corners in. Now we'll make sure that these slide, and we'll start drilling the side holes. I'm gonna come back, or I'm gonna head to lunch, and I'm coming back and I'll get these brackets in, then we'll drill all our holes. So I'll be right back.
Ok, lijamos con lija 320. Encontramos este pedazo podrido. Sean lo va a cortar y va a reemplazar la pieza nueva. Va a quedar mejor.
All right, so we've got the fronts drilled. Now what I'm doing is I'm gonna drill these, put bolts in, we'll move the clamps, and we'll just keep moving the bows until we get all the sides all drilled out. And then we'll show you guys how to get the Ragtop in, get it installed. I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like. Fully in and retracted. It's so sweet.
I feel like we're gonna have to wear like tuxedos with the Ragtop.
Well, yeah,
The amount of class it's gonna add to this.
I can't even begin to explain how classy we're gonna be just by getting this. All right, so I'll get all my bolts and everything ready. We'll start drilling some holes and get this thing bolted down. Sweet. Washer will fit on the bottom side of this. So in your kit, comes with big old washers. Can't use them on the front because it's hitting, but I can use them on the side, so that'll be perfect. Sean's rocking the boat also. So that's cool. Have we checked to see if the glass is the same contour as these sides?
The same as the door.
The back post looks like it's arced different. Yeah, it's more straight. All right, now that I have these bolts in place, all I got to do is I can just center punch it. That way, make sure we're drilling the right spot. I'm gonna go through, drill all these, get them all bolted, and then we'll just keep working back.
All right, so I got all the body work on this door. So I flipped it over to start doing the inside, and there's a crack right here. So just getting that welded up, and then scuff the whole inside of this door, and this door will be ready for paint.
I think both doors were cracking like that.
I might have to go look at the other door and do the same thing to that one.
Yeah, I believe that's what it was doing.
See right on this side?
Yeah, right there.
Yep. This one's cracking too. So I'll grind this down and I'll weld this one up as well. So they're both ready to go.
Okay, so one thing that has not been done yet is the windows, the side windows on the Limo have not been test fitted. So we would hate to get it all painted, thinking that someone test fitted them, paint it and go to install them, and the hole be too big or too small and have to start over pretty much on the paint job right there. So I want to get this open to see which ones are what, if they're marked or not. I don't remember what side that was.
Do you have them on both sides?
The sticker?
Yeah.
Yes. And it can either go this way, so it all depends on the way it's angled.
I think that would be the right or left side rear. I mean, I'm just guessing. What do you think?
The bottom angle sloped to the back, if I remember right.
Now do you know where the rubbers are at?
No, I do not. I still have to go find the rubbers, but I'm just going to set it in place to see.
We just want to make sure that the whole, I mean, Sean made a template, so the whole opening should be fine. This looks like it'll work over here. How about the back?
Yeah, that was bigger than.
We might have to adjust that arch.
Yeah.
I think the back, I'll have you look at it here in a second, but that'll work. That'll work. It's a little bit different, but it'll.
Looks like it
I think the rubber will make
in
up.
right there.
That's fine. I think the rubber. Yeah, that one might need adjusted slightly. We need rubber.
Okay, so I'm not seeing the window rubbers in the top box. I think they're in that bottom box, which we have to remove a lot of this stuff to move the top box to get to that bottom box.
Ay, caramba. Please be it.
Door molding.
2 out of 4.
Yeah, door moldings.
Oh, yeah. This whole time I thought they were the window moldings. I was so excited.
We might be down in the storage unit. And which one that is, I have no idea.
What are these called? Screws? Bolts.
Bolts.
This is bolt.
Yeah.
A flush-mounted bolt.
I'm putting some wash-mounted bolts.
Flush.
Flush. Flush-mounted bolts in.
This Ragtop's gonna be so cool. All right, we are bolted. So now we got to get these out. We're gonna clean the crack and then putting the Ragtop in.
Yeah.
We've got it all secure. So now what we have to do is undo my airline that's gonna fall and hit them in face. So what we got to do is undo these cracks so that we can feed the Ragtop in. So pull out all the bolts and voila! Now you can take those plastics out from them.
Slide them
all the way.
All the way down.
So this is our Ragtop.
What happens if it snows?
You're protected. We are gonna work this Ragtop in to the track system. This is gonna be the funnest part. It says in their video, it'll fight you a little bit, and that's normal. So I'll go ahead and get all these plastic slides in to position, and we'll be able to pull it back and see what it looks like. we're gonna stretch this out. I'm gonna lock this, and then we're gonna get on the outside and stretch the back. I love it.
Okay, so I wasn't able to find the window moldings or the side window rubbers, the gasket that holds the window in. Wasn't able to find them in the box, the 2 big boxes we have here that from when we cleaned the limo out to start working on it again. So I have to run to Manti and look through. Hopefully the first storage unit I go to, it has it in there, but if not, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 storage units I have to go through to find it. I'm hoping it's the very first one, and I hope they're not buried way in the back or something to where I have to spend a couple hours moving stuff to get to them. It's like playing find where's Waldo, except it's where the window gaskets are. Okay, I'm at the very first one, so let's open it up and see what we have inside. Oh, I'm somewhat lucky because the very first one has some Limo stuff in it, so now I just gotta dig through it and find what I'm looking for. Hopefully it's in here. Oh, there's a box. I'm gonna take a guess and pull this box out, and hopefully it's in here. Oh, yes, yes. No, I believe that's door moldings. I'm gonna pull them out and go through them and see what we have. Okay, once I removed the door moldings, there they were, the window moldings. I'm gonna close this box back up, get the storage unit locked back up. We'll be back at the shop in a jiffy. Okay, I made it back to the shop, so let's get inside and test these rubbers and get them installed to see if anything has to be modified on the side panels.
Were you able to find them?
Yes, I was.
Awesome. Well, we just got us a Ragtop. It's so light too. Oh my gosh.
Wait,
What's this bolt on the back?
I'm gonna make a call to Legacy and ask them if I'm supposed to cut that bolt off or drill a hole.
So I think we installed the gasket on the car and the window. If I remember right. Isn't that how you guys do done Bombi and how we done Bombi?
You install it in the car.
And then the window onto the rubber.
Yes.
All right, this rubber installed into the car.
But do we have the
Lock ring? Yeah.
Okay.
They're all broke, but yeah, we have it.
All right, we got a Ragtop all set. We need, now that we've got the back drilled and in, we need to take it off. And then we need to get the headliner mounted. So that's what we're gonna do next. And then we'll retract it and show you guys how cool it's gonna look all piled right here sitting. Cool.
cool light?
Then we gotta fit the side windows. Almost last step, we got the headliner all mounted. So now you can look up at the side and see how good it looks. Then we'll bolt this on and show you how to retract the top. This looks so good. Now, last and final thing, we need to retract it. Hey there, partners. Okay, now as you bring it back, you gotta stack it very strategically. See, and then it just looks so clean. Nice.
It flaps in the wind.
No, it don't flap. It's got aerodynamics. Yeah. And then all your friends can be like, "Woo! Yeah! You got a Ragtop, sucker." All right, we're gonna make sure that our windows fit. Just make sure that it won't fall out. Hillbilly, put a little pressure. All right, so we're gonna rope this one in, which is gonna make it a lot easier, hopefully. All right, so we just need to trim a little bit out of this corner and a little bit out of that corner, and our glass will fit perfect. That's not bad for a first try. So everything else is feeling pretty good. This is really making it look like a car now. Having the windows in it, having the top in it, I think it looks great. Almost a limo again.
Spray some clear coats, check the metal, and
why even do that? Let's just let it rust like it was before.
Tina it.
All right, we're making some dang good progress. The Legacy top is done. So thank you, Legacy Ragtops. They hooked us up with a 120-inch Ragtop. Make sure you guys go check out their website. Click that link in the description. Go check them out. They don't have to be 120 inches. You can get like a normal size one for your single cab pickup, whatever you need. Windows don't fit, we're gonna make them fit. We've got all the parts just about sanded. Got a little bit of bodywork to finish up, and we'll get these in primer. and get these ready to paint. So we're gonna paint an entire batch of parts in the booth, and then once we get the bodywork done on the car, we're putting it in the shop and painting it in the shop, not in the booth. But we need to fix a dent here. I popped it out a little bit of bodywork here. Sean's been roughing this out, getting the contour. Now, this is not gonna be a perfect show straight quality job. It's gonna be smooth because the 120 inches of greatness. But anyway, it's coming right along. We have like 3 weeks to have this done because we're taking this to the Snowden series. We're putting it on tracks and we're gonna have fun with our friends in the snow. All right, so as always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.